Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Akaza here. So today I've got a record to show you that is very, very, very special to me. And honestly, this band is so damn known that I'm not even going to play it for you because you already know what they sound like. And you might be wondering why I picked it up. Well, for one, they're a badass band. I don't know a whole lot about them because I've never really been hardcore into them, but my grandfather, who passed away last year, as many of my loved ones know, he was like a father to me since day one, and this band happened to be his number one favorite band of all time, and this album, in particular, happened to be his number one favorite album of all time. And I own the CD, the cassette, the 8-track, and the digital. However, now I finally own the vinyl version of Steppenwolf 16 Greatest Hits. Bet that's a shocker to some of you. Obviously, their most famous song is none other than Born to Be Wild. It's in countless movies, especially biker films and gang films and all that shit. You know, like Freebird, it's that level of just known. I mean, it's Born to Be Wild. My grandfather, that was honestly his favorite song ever. I mean, he loved that song. He loved it so much that he requested it to be played during his funeral, which it was played during his funeral. And I cry every time I hear that song. I honestly, it's hard to listen to. This album in general, this band is hard for me to listen to because it just reminds me so much of him. I mean, my other two favorite songs on this album are Magic Carpet Ride, which is just noisy. It's catchy, it's noisy. The intro to this song, which honestly, I haven't heard it on vinyl yet, as I just got this the other day and my record player's packed away because I'm about to move soon, but you get yourself an old retro cassette tape player, right? Play this song on an old cassette tape, and just the intro, just turn the volume all the way up with some old 80s earphones, and you're gonna be in for one hell of a whiskey fury. Like, that is a raw, magical song. It'll make you become Jupiter's child. Another song on this album that has always stuck out to me is The Pusher, which, if you don't know, it's about drug dealing. However, when I was a young kid, I didn't know that, and the only thing that stuck out to me about this song was the constant use of the word goddamn. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, so, a lot of songs say goddamn. Well, when I was a kid, the only thing I really listened to were oldie songs off a particular radio station here in Canada called 94.9 KCMO, which back then it was called Oldies 95. And the majority of stuff they played was from the Beatles, the Eagles, the Beach Boys, Rolling Stones, King Seeds, Aerosmith, all them bands, all the classics, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Four Seasons. However, occasionally I heard a few songs by Steppenwolf, which generally they play Born to Be Wild or, what are the other songs, but here and there they would play The Pusher, and it was completely uncensored, which, when I was a young child, that blew my mind, because, I only knew the rap stations would play music with quote-unquote bad words, and, back in the 90s, I didn't have access to LimeWire or to YouTube. Well, obviously, no one had access to YouTube back in the 90s. What am I talking about? I didn't hear many oldies songs. Like, a lot of the oldies bands, they have some songs with some swearing in them. But I didn't hear that on the radio, ever. So when The Pusher was played, this was just the total badass song. Wow, the singer singing goddamn over and over again. I mean, that's just the vibe that it had to it. So, those three songs have always stuck out the most to me. I mean, all the songs on this record are amazing. If you haven't heard of them, go listen to it. You've definitely heard Born to Be Wild, and if you haven't, where have you been? I mean, have you been living under a rock? But yes, just to give you a little bit of a here on this record, I found this in the basement of the antique mall in Lawrence for a few bucks, and I just picked it up, which I want to say, wherever I'm at, if this album is there, I will see it regardless. I can go into an hour on what I mean by that, but just take it at face value what I said. The record itself is in it's in beautiful condition. there's like a couple scuffs on it, but that's because if you look on the back here, it's copyright and pressed in 1973 by MCA Records, and the artwork there is beautiful. I love that wolf sticking out there on the top. It just looks badass. It's got all the personnel and the story and all that up the top there. However, I think this record might actually be from 1981, because if you see there, 1981 copyright MCA Records. There's a super savings that's specially priced, which that's not a sticker. That's actually printed on there. See, so I don't know. I don't know if this is actually an original pressing from 1973. There's no inserts. There's no inserts at all. See, it's just cardboard. The record. That's all it is. For about $5, $3, $5, I got the case and the record, which is lovely, you know. This, like I said, this album means a lot to me. I don't know if I said this already because I'm exhausted, but this was my grandfather's #1 favorite record ever by his #1 favorite band, and I heard this album so much as a kid, not just on the radio, but when he'd come get me to take me to school, or we'd go out to eat and all that stuff. Not the record, obviously, but he would be playing the CD of this in his car, or in his truck, or his SUV. When we were home, he would be playing the CD to this, or he would just be listening to it on the internet somehow, depending on the era. You know, this album right here was just... I've heard it so much as a kid, and I owned it on CD, I owned it on cassette, I owned it on 8-track, I owned it digitally, and now I own it on the vinyl record. Which I'm probably going to eventually get, you know, a true original pressing with some inserts, but I figured, you know, hey, look, it's right there, man. I'm gonna get this, finally, yes. And so I got it. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. Steppenwolf, 16 greatest hits pressed to a beautiful black vinyl with a rainbow shooting out the center. Hell yeah. I mainly wanted to make this video for that, and also as a dedication to my grandfather. I love you so much, and I miss you every single day. And I will play this for you. And just, yeah. Anyway, my name is Anarka Akaza, and I review vinyl records. If you enjoy vinyl records, or just learning about bands, or if you just want to see what I pick up, or if you're interested in the stuff that I do, please hit that subscribe button. And Grandpa, if you're listening somehow, I love you and I miss you, and it's been tough without you, but I'm trying to keep strong for you. Found this album and I immediately thought of you. I'm gonna go put this on the turntable immediately as I move into my next apartment. I'm definitely gonna do that. But anyway, please subscribe and have a lovely day.